If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and you can find them, maybe you can hire the
Sub-Urban Nerd. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant, and once again, you're watching Sub-Urban Nerd. This is my vlog on when I talk about comic nerd kind of news that I think that you want to hear about. I give my opinion on it, and that's about what I record, or the show. First on the rundown is Patty Jenkins. If y'all don't know what I was referencing to, y'all ain't real nerds. But she's in the final negotiations to direct Wonder Woman 2, which is about damn time. The only reason it took so long is because she was in negotiations, because you know what? That lady needs to be paid, and Warner Brothers was stupid for not putting her in a contract. Like, they have everybody else that they sign up. Well, nowadays, that's what it is. Like, superhero things, you sign them up for a contract, because there's nothing that obligates you to use them for the second time. You just put them in a contract, and then if you want to use them, they're obligated to come back to use them. So I don't know why they weren't thinking. That's the one problem with Warner Brothers and DC, that they're kind of reactionary. They were like, let's see if it does good, and then we'll get her. But they should have been planning on, in case it does good, let's have her here, you know? So, good thing that Patty Jenkins is getting the money, because Wonder Woman was awesome. She deserves that money. Everybody knows she deserves that money. In fact, she's the one that pretty much gets this DC universe jumping off on good track, because before this, everything was like wishy-washy. No one knew as far as if the DCEU was going to be doing good, because, you know what, Man of Steel was okay. Not loved by everybody, but it was pretty good. Batman vs Superman, oh yeah, I didn't like it personally, but there's a bunch of people that I know probably liked it. But I personally, there was some good things. If I gave it a grade, I would have gave it a C. As far as Suicide Squad, it was pretty good, but it was like a music video. But Wonder Woman, across the board, everyone loves it. So good on you, Patty Jenkins. Get that money. So, next on the rundown, according to THR reports, director Stephen Daldry is in talks to direct the standalone Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. I mean, everybody's been talking about this for years, you know? They were talking about it, I think, before The Force Awakens. So, it's still kind of early. They don't even have a script yet. So, at least they have a director. But personally, as far as Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's the one I would like to have had like a solo movie on his own. Like Han Solo, I could care less as far as going back to their history. You kind of like him more because of, you know, his like mystery background and how, you know, what he was. And then, you know, there's Boba Fett that, as far as him having to say what he does, I don't know. But I say go for it. I'm pretty sure the story has a lot to offer, because there's a lot that goes on between where he disappeared after, you know, the prequels, whatever, and then where he shows up in A New Hope. And if you guys didn't see, he's actually in Rebels for a brief moment, but it's very, you know, pinnacle, because he kind of closes the chapter on something, a rivalry that was made in the prequels. So yeah, I look forward to it when it happens, even though it's, like I said, it's still ways off. But I'd rather have that than even a Yoda movie, like, because Yoda, he's 900 years. I'm sure they could have stories, but you don't need to know a background on him. You kind of want to see what happened to Obi-Wan. But here's fingers crossed that it's going to happen soon, and it's going to be good when it does. But one thing, as long as Ian McGregor is back to play the role, because that's what everyone, they better not have anybody else but him. Next on the Nerd Rundown is, early tracking reports have it that Stephen King's It movie could open to the biggest September debut of all time. Not to mention the biggest horror opening of all time in general. At $50 million is what they're estimating it to be. Let me put this in perspective, because I kind of jot down, I did a little bit of research. The top 5 grossing horror flicks on opening weekend is number 1, Paranormal Activity 3. At $52.5 million. Number 2 is The First Conjuring at $41.8 million. Number 3 is Paranormal Activity 2 at $40.6 million. Number 4 is The Conjuring 2 at, sorry, I didn't realize the paper was there, at $40.4 million. And then Insidious is a 5 at Insidious the Chapter 2 is at $8.2 million. And out of all those, there's only one that's like the opening, the first of the movie, and that's The Conjuring, that opened up at $41.8 million. The rest of them is all sequels. The It movie is gonna blow all of that out. All of it. Because you know what? I'm not even a big horror fan, but the It movies got me just chilling. I didn't watch the original, the TV special, but this It movie just looks so good. And I wanna see it. And I'm gonna see it. Hopefully everybody else sees that thing too, because that movie looks really hella good. Other rundown news is last month, Annabelle creation director David F. Sandberg held a competition asking inspiring filmmakers to craft their own shorts in the style of James Wan's Conjuring franchise. It had to be the most 2 minutes, and the winner was a short film known as The Nurse by Julian Terry. His prize was he got flown out, all expenses paid, to see Sandberg himself. The only problem was someone read the fine print, and the winner only gets $50 for New Line and Warner Brothers to use the full rights to adopt the film, and then another $50 if they decide to adopt the film. People they're not feeling too good about that, but David is against it, and he's trying to actually get the guy more, because he feels that isn't fair. But I tell you this much: advertisement is advertisement. So when you're trying to make it in a business, whether you're an actor, whether you're thinking, any chance you can get, look at it like this: those people that go on American Idol, the ones that don't make it, most of the time those are the ones that get those great deals. Look at what was that? Chris Daughtry. He didn't win, but you know what it was? Exposure. As soon as he was out there, he got a deal. And the tweets that were going off to the guy Julian Terry was like, "Yo, I don't really care, because I've already got 3 hit-ups from managers already trying to do something with me. So the guy's good. You guys don't have to tweet and try and stand up for him. He's good. He's going to be good for a while." And I'm pretty sure that's how David F. Sandberg got started, because he did the little short called Lights Out, which was adapted and then made into a film, which James Wan let him direct. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy's good, so don't worry too much about him. This story is very, I like this one a lot too, because THR reports that the breakout star Tiffany Haddish from Girls Trip has joined the cast of the new comedy by Universal called Night School, starring Kevin Hart, who wrote the story that was adapted with the script. That's what the script was based on. The movie follows a group of misfits who are forced to attend adult classes and a long shot chance that they'll pass the GED exam. Story-wise, it doesn't sound too interesting, but I tell you what, I just watched Girls Trip today. That movie is great. It is good. I actually kind of like it a little bit better than The Hangover, because there was heart in it. You felt this actual friendship with these girls. With Hangover, it was a cluster of guys. It's some friends, some whatever. But there was some similarities as far as, people in the group being in relationships that the others felt that they shouldn't have been in. But, that's real life. That's, we've all had friends like that. But the relationship with them, the Flossie Posse, they held that shit down. That thing was good, and I liked them. And no, Tiffany Haddish definitely was a standout. When she pulled out that grapefruit, in my head I was like, yo, is she really about to do what I think she's gonna do? Because I've seen that video and I've shown that video, and a grapefruit blowjob is one of the funniest things. The sounds that comes out of that thing is crazy. She blew it out. Everybody, y'all should watch. You should really watch Girls Trip. Now, one last thing as far as news is, I just got this, I got this update before, but just want to let you guys know it's an update on the whole Netflix and Disney pulling out their stuff from Netflix. So, as far as I know Netflix is in talks with Disney to try and work something out, because their deal ends up in 2019, but they are trying to keep the Star Wars and the Marvel movies. So the Pixars and all that, which Disney is going to pull out, that they're going to have that. But they're going to try and see if they can keep the Star Wars and the Marvel, which would still be good. I'd still like that, you know. Still have the Star Wars movies, the Marvel movies. It's still pretty good. So that's as far as that is for the nerd rundown. But the one thing I definitely wanted to talk about was what I mentioned before. Defenders comes out today. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna try and do a review for all the episodes, but I'm gonna do a quick, you know, opinion as far as the shows. Daredevil season 1 and 2, great story, great action, great. I like the characters, Foggy, like, you know, Matt. Everybody was great, especially when they brought in the second season with Elektra and what's his name, the Punisher, and then the Kingpin. Just everything was great about that. Jessica Jones, you know, that's where Luke Cage just got brought in for the first time, and then everyone left him, so they broke that off. But I'm pretty sure they already had the plans for that, because if you don't bring Luke Cage in it without planning to put Luke Cage in his own show. But the show was good. I love the action. Like, they kind of fell off in the second half because of, you know, spoilers, killing off a main character that y'all will know. And but the short majority was good. Luke Cage was good. Jessica Jones, I love, like, what's it called? Kilgrave. Kilgrave, he's the person that changed my opinion on what power I wanted. Before I wanted to teleport. Now I want Kilgrave's power. That is awesome. Iron Fist sucked. Everything sucked. I don't know what good this thing's to say about it, but I'm hoping, like, I hear he's better in Defenders. So that's my quick rundown. I'm looking forward to the Defenders, and I will see you guys tomorrow, because I will make each video for each chapter. Patreon's down below. Subscribe, like if you like this video. I really appreciate the you know, support. And Kickstarter, Twitter, and thank you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, peace out.